Hello and welcome back to another episode of 100% Orange Juice. We're starting in media res here, because I forgot to click record while building the deck. But the deck is a rather simple one. 3 Holy Knights, 3 Piggy Bank, 1 Reverse Attribute Field, 1 Exchange, 1 for the future of the toy store, and 1 Nice Jingle. And I don't really need to explain why Holy Knight is here, but I will explain Piggy Bank. And Piggy Bank is really one of those it's really bad in multiplayer, but in single player, it's just so easily abusable. Since the CPUs, they're not gonna think like, oh, he put a trap on his own lollipop. That's gonna be a piggy bank. No, they just play as normal, and most of the time they're not really influenced by traps. And piggy banks are really useful since when you're gonna play as the joke characters, you'll die a lot, and if you put down a piggy bank early and then you land on it in the late game, it can really help you come back. And the deck is really based around passive star gain and coming back from a huge star deficit. Although I don't really experience it that much in this game because we got extremely lucky. I think we only died once, or we didn't die at all. This is post-commentary, by the way. And for obvious reason, I have to do post-commentary because of the absurd amount of tries that are required for attempts such as this. But it's a nice change of pace to do post-commentary rather than to talk about it from the get-go. And you'll notice that I'm holding down the control key, which is why things are going a lot faster than you're used to. I normally play on the times 4 speed mode, but that's still not fast enough, considering we want to do as many tries as possible, like per hour, I guess, as a metric. And I think this was after like 3 hours of attempts that I actually got a really good run here. So I record every run, and then if it just doesn't work out, then I just scrap the recording. Simple as that. And let's just talk about the actual game. I'm sorry I haven't been really talking about it much, but there's not much to see here. Like, the Tomomos will do Tomomo things, and if you've seen all my other Tomomo hell attempts, like all 12 prior to this, there's not much to talk about. The only thing to really talk about is, well, here's a very important moment in the game. I land on one of the piggy banks that the Tomomo laid very early. To be honest, I wasn't really keeping track of what traps the Tomomos placed, but if you really wanted to, you would play at a slower game speed, and you would pay attention to how many stars the Tomomo loses when they put down the trap. Although an easy way to tell is if they're level 1 and they put down a trap, because if you introduce Piggy Bank, then that's the only trap that you can place down at level 1. So, current game status, we have Big Magnum for the future of the toy store and Piggy Bank. And we got really lucky here that we didn't have to fight the Tomomo, and we could level up. And we do a lot of chain leveling up, which is really what allows us to win this particular game, in my opinion. We got Magical Massacred here, which doesn't really matter. We're dead, then we're not losing stars by dying to other things, so Magical Massacre actually works to our advantage sometimes. And I think we'll die one more time, I'm not sure. Then post-commentary. And this was a huge turnaround in the game. We actually survived Yellow Tomomo's attack. I'm thinking if we had died here, it might not have been enough to actually win the game later on. So that's a very important moment that we survived the attack. And we warp, excuse me for the accidentally hitting my mic, but we warp to the east. And what this allows us to do is get closer to our own lollipop. And here I was contemplating using Big Magnum on the chicken, but the end result was I considered keeping it in case we ever fought a seagull, because we wanted to maximize our chances of KOing the seagull on our first try, because otherwise the seagull could counter attack us for a KO. And you see, we've taken the 1 damage from the chicken encounter, So we're immune to the Magical Massacre, and we got a nice jingle from the miracle, so we used it immediately, otherwise it would be wasted. And we got lucky to roll the 1, which allowed us to get the ×2 bonus, along with the ×2 bonus. Puts us at a really good amount of stars. And then here I'm contemplating if I want to go on to the red square, or if I want to teleport away. Because if we go on the red square, the next turn we could level up. But then I decided not to take the risk because Blue Tomo could easily just respawn and then KO us on the following turn. So what we do is we went for the warp and then we go for the bonus panel. And by next turn we should have 200 stars. But we're not out of the blue just yet. We drew the exchange on the draw panel. That's really a card that doesn't factor in too much. We discard the assault. Discard the assault from the charity. And, we see Yellow Tomomo reviving, which forces us to take the outer path. But either way, since we rolled a 6, it wouldn't matter which path we have taken. So it might have actually been better to go for the card draw, but I guess I wasn't really thinking at that point. But it actually really worked out for us because if we went for the card... actually, I'm not quite sure. If we went for the card draw, then we rolled a 3, we would have landed on the Lollipop, but at the same time, it would have risked Yellow Tomomo fighting us here. But there's also the risk of Yellow Tomomo fighting us here, so I wasn't really sure what I was thinking going for the stars instead of the card, but it worked out in the end, as you'll see. And this should be the final turn. I used the piggy bank here, just because why not? And this was I wasn't really considering that we would win this turn, but there was always the 1 in 6 chance we would roll a 6, and we do. So yeah, this was a really lucky run. Just both commentary, rather short video, and here's me taking a screenshot on Steam. You can look at my Steam profile if you really want to look at the screenshot. Just taking a screenshot of the results screen. My Steam profile is Castella Cake. So that's all you really need to know. So thanks for watching. Next time we'll do the Sentinel. Hope to see you again. Castella out.